3, finance plan.
Oh boy, this is complicated.
This is from Michelle.
Oh no, we gotta go through this one.
Oh, you mean this isn't Ron? I vote no.
I don't think this will work.
Well, we talked to Bartles and Wells about doing another financing plan. There have been some significant changes since the last one. They're outlined in your memo, and I know that you read them. You can talk to them about bonding capacity and such things. So they have come back and said that they could do it for a price not to exceed $20,000, and that is what they charged us the first time. So
I think my only question is, at least in my mind, I'm thinking, if this thing was like maybe 8 years or so to get us through 2015, pretending 2015 is a real date.
you know, we had originally talked to them about a 5-year plan, and this. They want to do 10.
Yeah, okay, that gets us through. It gives us a couple years of slack on this thing.
And I think what we'll be doing is giving them benchmarks of when we will be installing the different projects, as well as the cost amounts, so that they'll be able to show you the curve of how you would stretch the financing out and how it would impact the roads.
Well, plus, are they going to tell us not just what we may need in the form of monies, but how we may actually finance those things?
Or how many banks will have to rob,
well, whatever it's going to take.
Right.
Get that in the minutes too, how many banks the president said.
They're very well spelled out in the key objectives.
So I think it's a good.
I have one issue, which keys off of what was being said there, which is about the desal, and it's what number are they going to use? Because I think the number we have right now is wrong, and I don't know what the right number is, and I'm wondering if maybe we shouldn't have like 3 plans with a range of, 40 million and 70 million and 120 million or something, because I think the plant we're talking about could well be anywhere in that range.
Yeah.
So to come up with a single number is kind of liable to make this plan, obsolete as soon as we get forward a few years and we know a better number. So
Even after 1 year of pilot operation.
Until we do the detailed engineering design, we won't have the foggiest idea what
I think
this
to
is.
counteract you, I think until you get the bids in.
Well, that's even more certain. We're looking
In
at
this day and age, until you get bids, I don't think you can.
Well, I mean, with the China factor, it may well be we'll get back into, again, 25% a year kind of increase, and that'll even if you do know exactly what you're building, the prices will go up or down.
But I would like them to
So how do we deal with that?
I think we have to have a range.
A range.
throw in a couple numbers there. But the other thing is too that, and as I was kidding you about 2008 and 10 years, but I would like to make the assumption that Eastville gets built in 2015. And what does it look like for 3 or 4 years after that on operating that thing and taking 1,000 acre feet? What's that do to our budget alone? It's going to change things dramatically.
With the additional 500 million for energy, or 500,000 for energy.
Whatever it is, energy and just everything else that goes with it. The operating costs, the actual operating costs are going to be big.
Well,
Most of it's going to be energy.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
If we have to go and offset all this, that will be a huge cost there.
Oh yeah, there's that.
How much to get a 2? In fact, I think he's right. We will be a power producer. We won't just be a water district.
Hey,
We'll be a power plant.
We could be a big enough power producer, we start making money on that.
There you go.
Pay for the other.
I think that's why Calpine went broke, because they couldn't make any money producing power.
So, I think for some of the other things, it's good to have a plan like this.
We need it.
The rates alone are quite a challenge for us. So, I think having some. But I'm concerned that any kind of looking at this desal thing is going to be obsolete.
Well, I think your idea of a range, and but to have some kind of a sense of at least what we do have that we didn't have when we did the first financing plan, is a much better idea of the assorted projects that we're going to need, and
Right.
some cost estimates, at
Right.
least based
I
on
believe those
today's
much more.
dollars. And I think we can all agree that it's a lot more than we thought it was going to be 5 years ago when we did the old plan. And we need to look at how that's going to impact us. Plus, we didn't anticipate the amount of reduced water demand so quickly in that old plant. So our revenues are reducing at the same time that our costs are going up. And we need to have some idea of what it all means and whether we can get financing.
So one thing I would propose adding is a seventh item to that list there, which is, some mechanism for carbon offset, which is probably going to be a big chunk of money. And since we just heard about it tonight, we don't have the foggiest idea what that might cost, but there will clearly be some amount that's required for that.
I think it's gonna be more than $2,000 a month.
I think you're right.
Not that,
It's a good step, though. We need this. Now, are they going to, or is this not part of, because I don't remember seeing it, the S&T?
We're working with Municipal Finance for
Oh,
the
okay.
S&T, which is a different firm that they
Okay.
both provide similar
That's fine.
services. But since Bartle and Wells did the financing plan before, we'll stick with them. And then since Municipal Finance has done our S&Ts, we're staying with them to update those.
Okay.
And we are making progress, and I'll tell you more about that in my update.
Okay. Well, I'd move approval of your recommendation here.
I will second that.
Looking for it drastically, unless here somewhere.
Directors Craigie?
Yes.
McHugh?
yes.
Fleishmeyer?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
And President Daniels?
Yes,
All right, Michelle, you got it.
Thanks.
that's the last time. Okay,
I would have Ron present it in the future for you,
5-4, authorize an agreement with Hydrometrics.